Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dean Callan Show. Today, we're going to be experimenting with the Dean Callan Show by experimenting with an experiment we have not yet experimented with. We're going to do it together, hopefully. Somebody please join me, because otherwise I'm out here on my own. Okay, so what happened this morning is that I made some, Erik Lorincz made some Ramos gin fizzes for me, and we had some egg yolks left over from those Ramoses. So we were using the egg whites, but we weren't using the egg yolks. And it meant that we had a lot of little egg yolks left over. And I've been following a lot of different foodie channel things, and there's restaurants and chefs that are taking these egg yolks and they're curing them in a mixture of salt and sugar, and apparently it tastes delicious. I haven't seen it in any bars yet. I haven't even tried it in a restaurant, but I've seen them grating it over vanilla ice cream and thought to myself, that looks delicious. I'm gonna try that next time I have some spare egg yolks. So here goes. I've looked at a few different recipes online and they all ask for a kind of even mix of salt and sugar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my little scales here. I'm gonna dump all of this kosher, best quality salt I can find at my corner store, and sea salt, but it is rock salt, so it's likely not going to come out too easy, to be honest. Start by this. We'll speed this up. All right, that's our salt in, and now for the sugar. Let's see how much that was. Oh man, change the units there so I understand it. There we go, 350. That's it fitting. We might have to make this bigger. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the standard, what other people are suggesting, mix of sugar and salt. But obviously I'm going to put a few different variables in it because I've never done it before and I want to see what works. So with the sugar and salt, I'm going to get my little home nutribullet blendery thing. And I'm not so much blending it as I am pulsing it. And I've got that done. What people have suggested to do is to take your sugar and salt mix, make a nice heavy base in one of these sealed jars. Now make sure it's nice and dry first. I'm just reusing old pickle jars and mango chutney jars and things like that. I want to get this down first before I go spending any money on equipment or gear. Salty sugar mix in first. Now everyone else has been making a little dip in the base and then sticking the yolk in. Let's hope this doesn't crack in the fall. Nope, seems to have survived. And I'm going to cover that up. Plenty in there. So this is now going to go in the fridge to be kept chilled for a month. So if you want to get a little bit of sugar and salt, get a little jar and stick one of those in there and leave it for a month. I'll make an episode in a month letting people know how it tasted. If you do the same, then we can have a discussion.
Nice.
Like, if it doesn't work, we'll just be disappointed together with each other. Okay, now, one of the things I like to do when I do something new, when I'm learning something new, is experiment a little bit. So, my mind is telling me that given the flavors, this might work really well in something like a flip or grated over the top of a flip. something Christmassy, so that what I'm going to do is this second jar, and again, I'm going to make sure it's nice and dry. I'm going to put salt and sugar in it, but then I'm going to mix it with a bit of coffee and put some spices in it, kind of looking towards those Christmas flavors that I hope this egg will work with. I'm going to put a little bit of salt over the top of this, and I'm going to put my spices on it. I didn't want to waste the spices on it if the yolk was going to break. So I got some coffee grounds here. This could completely mess it up, or it could be amazing.
Oh, I can't see it.
We don't know. It's going to be in a sealed container, so the aroma is going to get in there regardless. I don't want it necessarily touching the cloves, so I should get a lot of clove flavor. I don't want it touching the egg yolk because it is an experiment, and I know from reading all the different online posts and instructionals how they've done it, and they've achieved things doing this without the spices, but I don't know if cloves are going to kind of tear or burst the egg yolk, what's going to happen with it. So I'm just being a little bit cautious. I'm having a little play around, and I'm going to leave these for the full month. Then I'm going to do the same 2 more times with another set of egg yolks. And what I'm going to do with those is follow a different recipe. So these, what they've said, do this, seal it up, put it in the fridge, leave it for a month. The other recipe says do the same exact thing, leave it in the fridge for 4 days, chilled, and you get a soft cured egg. You take that out and you clean off all the salt and put that into a food dehydrator. So I'll come back to you in 4 days. I'll give you a demo of how that's worked out, whether it has worked out at all. Well, more like a week actually. 4 days curing, and then a couple of days in the dehydrator, but we'll do that in another video. So for now, I've set these aside and we'll find out in a month how it works out. And we're done.
Joe, I think would be worth it.